The Nintendo DS is definitely a very important gaming console. Not only was it a huge success for Nintendo, but it definitely was a very innovative piece of tech, which helped pave the way for the touchscreen mobile games today, and the 3DS and Wii U. The DS definitely helped a lot of creators make new games and homebrew games, and a lot of people decided to use the R4 card to do a lot of interesting stuff. So today we're going to be taking a look at DS Mario homebrew games. A lot of them are very strange, and a lot of them are actually pretty good. So, of course, before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified for new videos on the channel. And, without further ado, my name is Anton, and let's take a look at Mario DS homebrew games. So anyway, starting off with the first game called Super Mario Bros. Search for the Dark Egg. Okay, sounds interesting. I think let's choose adventure. There's not much going on here. So I can move. It seems to have some fairly weird mechanics. Oh, I can do infinite jumps apparently, which is interesting. I don't know why they would do that. And, okay, the number stopped, but am I still going? I just come back around and around. This is kind of weird. And I can infinitely jump as well. Oh, that's weird. Wait a minute, do you think I can make it a long time? Let's see. Now... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this game is a little on the unfinished / strange. Let's try minigames now. And wow, what a creative minigame. Like, what's with this glitchiness? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it glitches up every time you make a line or something like that. So it's a very strange game. Now let's check out the settings. We have config. Wow, wow. Fantastic. And we have the very nice LOs made with DS Maker, DevKit Pro, and stuff like that. Honestly, this is a very strange game, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. I give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, so now let's take a look at something a little... Oh my goodness. Super Mario Sunshine DS. I really love the way they put the D and S. They look exquisite. They look beautiful. And I also like the way, you know, the graphics look. The way that he underlined the press start and that is 2011. And, yeah, very nice. Oh my goodness. So this is just the entire cutscene that's playing in the background. With this is the entire just MP3 file that they just ripped from the game, and they're showing just pictures of what the storyline's happening. Oh my goodness. Anyway, after a while of watching this, I had to speed it up as well because it was taking forever. Oh my goodness, what happened to Peach? And now we have... I mean, at least I got something right. I mean, the text isn't perfect. But I mean, at least it's... Why is it Mario C? I never picked the save file. Okay, so now we get into the game and... Oh. Yeah, the controls are definitely weird. So after a while of confusion, I didn't really know what to do, but for some reason, I managed to get out of it, and then I hit this thing, and I didn't know what I was doing, honestly. So I tried to get out of this thing again, and because of the horrible platforming, it took me for ages, honestly. It took me... And then I had to reset the entire game, watch the stupid cutscene again. It took a long time, even with the sped up. And then I had to see Peach again, which is definitely very weird. And, yeah. After a while, I was finally back where I was, and those things keep killing me. I don't know what those are supposed to be. And then I hit it again, and, now I'm back at the same place again, and for a very long time, I tried to figure out what to do and how to get out, and then for some weird reason, I managed to get out. And then I was gonna fall on that thing again, and, I jumped over them for, you know, just the beginning of the game. It's already hard, and then I get flooded, and this is the cutscene, and, looks beautiful as ever, just as I said. These are very well crafted cutscenes, as you can see. And yeah, this was a long time as well. And then finally, this thing comes up again, and we're in a place, and there are no good instructions in this game at all, so I have no idea what I'm doing. And yeah, let's just say it was a long time. And I couldn't figure out where to go, honestly. And then I finally found out that I can shoot using Flood, which is interesting. Because I just tried playing all the buttons. And, yeah, apparently Flood is an interesting, thing. He has a wonderful shooting mechanic. And then yeah, pretty much this happens again. And can we just take a moment to just think about the arrow? Follow the arrow to continue to turn off the systems. Where is the arrow? Is it supposed to be this thing? Like, honestly, I don't really know. And after a while, I finally figured out how to get out of this place again, because, you know, there's no clear instructions in this game. And then I figured out where to go, and then I had to just shoot these guys. I mean, at least this is part of Mario Sunshine's story, I guess. So there's something that's going for it, and then you actually have to shoot this thing. Apparently one kit kills it, so that's pretty much, you know, something that happens. And then we see Shine get, and then I was like, oh, is something interesting gonna happen? And no! This loading screen took forever! It took such a long time! After 2 hours, and I mean literally, after 2 hours of waiting for this loading and speeding up it as well, the emulation, nothing happened. So anyway, let's take a look at the next game. Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo DS, and yeah, the other things don't do anything, but to be honest with you, this actually looks better than the MS Paint Mario Sunshine so far. So let's see. Oh, nothing does anything. Let's see, hopefully we can get it to work. So as you can see, this game's a fairly interesting game. I thought it would be a lot worse, but it was actually pretty good. The mechanics, yes, feel kind of weird because they're not really the same Mario physics, so you can't expect it to be perfect. But still, what the game has here is actually really surprising. It has a really interesting gravity mechanic, and honestly feels like it could be an original Mario game. And I would like to see some hacks take advantage of this new mechanic where it's gravitational pull on the objects, which is actually really cool. I liked how some of the parts could push you down, and there's different areas that have their own, like, atmosphere and gravitational pull. So it's definitely interesting, and as I was playing over this game for a while, I came to the fact that it's actually pretty good. You have to collect stars in this game, and star pieces to open this door, which probably takes you to another place. The only problem with this game is that some of the mechanics aren't perfect, and I mean, some of the animation isn't even amazing as well. Like this. This is totally normal for a Mario game. Yeah, so you can tell that it's maybe not as polished for a Homebrew game, but it was a lot better than I actually anticipated, and it is a playable game. You can play this, so at least it's not like that Super Mario Sunshine where everything is broken and nothing works. Some of the hitboxes do feel a bit weird, and with this gravity kind of mechanic, it can kind of mess you up which buttons you have to press, so if it was a little easier, it could have been nicer. Even the coins don't have a large hitbox, so you have to hit them pretty precisely. And the Goombas as well are kind of in annoying places where you maybe can't jump as high. and sometimes you'll also miss star pieces that will actually take you to another part of the map, and sometimes you just fall off, and some of the controls are a little weird, so you don't remember what direction to go correctly, so that can mess you up sometimes. But overall, this game actually impressed me, and it was an interesting concept. Just the concept alone is fantastic, and I think it works. You just have to remember what directions go which way, and I think with some extra polishing up, this could be an interesting game. So this is the next game, apparently, and, what I have to do? Yeah, so basically that's the entire game. The ROM was called Messin with Mario, and it's more of just different graphics of Mario and different just animations. It's very weird. Too bad it did not have a green screen, because I think that would have been better, but still there are some weird glitches that happen at the corner. I don't know what that's supposed to be about. But yeah, it's weird, so let's move on. Mario Maker came out on the Wii U and the 3DS. But what if I told you that there was a so-called D-Make for the DS? Well, apparently here it is, and as you can see, it's more of a concept than an actual maker. That you can't actually make the levels, but you can place down blocks and stuff, so it definitely works. The physics of how Mario and Luigi act, and yes, you can play as Luigi, are very strange. Where the jumping is not correct, as you see here right now. They'll jump, but then they'll feel like they just get hit, and it feels like there's blocks there, which there aren't. It's just the way that the mechanics move. But there's something's weird, is that you can't actually, like, use inputs to get the blocks. You have to switch the screens, then touch it, so it only really works on touch input to put stuff down and use the actual tools, because they have the buttons to play the game. But, I mean, you could probably do some interesting stuff with this. I mean, if the mechanics are not perfect, you can still have a grid, you can still use some blocks. The lucky blocks don't actually work because you can't really collect the coins. But, I mean, the Goombas work, they kill you, so there's some basic stuff that do work. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, the pipes put down, it's kind of annoying when you have to add and delete blocks or move them. But you can only put down a certain amount of blocks as well, which is kind of strange. You can only do that limit. But overall, I think this is a cool concept, and yeah, you can probably do some interesting stuff with this. And anyway, let's take a look at the final game. So, apparently let's take a look at the last game, which is called Touching with Mario. An excellent title for the game. And, just get rid of Spinies. That's pretty much it. But what happens, if you get to a certain point in the game, it will just crash. So it's definitely a weird game. You can barely play it. It gets to like 13 points and then just completely crashes every single time. Which basically makes it unplayable. And that's about it. That pretty much wraps up this video about these really strange and interesting games. A little bit of them are, you know, one of those games that are on a budget, you can understand that. So you're not going to expect the best here, but actually, my favorite one was the Mario Galaxy one. Just because it actually was a game, it was playable, it had decent enough graphics. I mean, sure, they weren't perfect, but the game and concept of the idea is there, and it just makes you wonder what other games people could make, and maybe ROM hacks even. But anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new for future content on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Or something.